I begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today and pay my respects to their elders, past and present. I extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today. My name is Arshiya, and today I'm here at Navan Park to learn about place as a pedagogical contact zone. I came across a lot of trees here. I can see that the branches of the trees are at different angles. I wonder how many years these trees have lived for. What would be the length of these trees or width of the trunk? The answer to these questions definitely has to be in the language of math. Even though I have visited this park multiple times, it is only today that I noticed that the texture of each trunk was very different, reminding me of D.H. Lawrence's critique, the more we know superficially, the less we penetrate vertically. I noticed that some trunks were very smooth, whereas others were deeply textured. The more you learn, the more differences exist. In this park, I also came across a variety of birds. There were different types of ducks, crows, and some other birds which I saw for the first time. Some birds here flew at a higher altitude, whereas the ducks flew closer to the ground. The fact that ducks live here in this lake indicates that the water is unpolluted, as ducks prefer to live in clean water. I am also amazed by the science behind the ducks' webbed feet, which enable them to swim efficiently. As I sit here and observe the beautiful scenic nature, I feel nostalgic thinking about the parks I used to play in during my childhood. As the cold wind brushes against my face, I miss the smell of the grass from the park I grew up playing. Indeed, place shapes our identity. The beautiful lake here holds thousands of liters of water. I wonder what is the volumetric capacity and surface area of this lake. A while ago, I observed the leaves of the trees. Now we can look at the leaves of the small plants that grow close to the ground. The size, shape, and pattern of the leaves differ a lot. As I came closer to the lake, I noticed that the soil here has a wet texture, enabling the growth of microorganisms like algae and the tall grass-like plants where the ducks usually lay eggs. I'm impressed by how everything is perfect in nature and science, leading to a stable ecosystem. While walking along the lake, I came across stones of different sizes and shapes and decided to pick them up. When I reached the bridge, I decided to experiment by throwing these stones into the lake. By doing so, I observed that the big stone splashed more water than the small stone due to its large mass and volume. I also witnessed the stunning spider web by the edge of the bridge, which displayed mesmerizing geometric pattern. I have seen the native Australian bottle brushes before, but today for the first time I decided to touch it. And I was surprised to feel a very soft texture and a sweet-smelling oily liquid. This cylindrical flower caught my attention and was on my mind for a long time. On my way back home, I saw a mesmerizing spectrum of rainbow reminding me of the refraction theory. When I almost reached home, I noticed these sweet-smelling rose flowers displaying a Fibonacci spiral. Looking at the bee, I wonder what is the science behind the bee collecting the nectar from the flower and making honey out of it. That's the end of my exploration for today. Thank you for watching.